Team, when every second counts, you need something that's going to have your back. You have additional seconds, and that could be the difference between life and death. In this video, I'm going to show you a way you can do just that. Every second counts as it relates to responding to any sort of incident of an intrusion. Again, whether you're thinking about four-legged kind or two-legged kind, whether you're thinking about operating in a permissive environment and just camping, and you want to make sure that you can protect your loved ones, or if it's a contested environment and you really need to think about how can I make sure that something has my back. And so that's what we're going to look at today. It's a product from Fifth Ops. It's a perimeter security alarm. So let's check this thing out. So we got our shelter set up, and a little caveat on why I selected here. So out in front of me, behind you, is a creek that runs down, and we're sitting on a spur, and everything down there, because it's so close to the water, it's covered in fern, and it'd be a good place to lay down and hide from some stuff. But I'm not trying to hide from some stuff. Back behind me, in front of you, there's another creek that runs down, and that's probably 200 meters down this way. This creek's probably 100 meters. So we're right in between these two, up on the spur, and got the flattest place that we could. But when thinking about how to secure your location, whether you are camping, whether you're thinking about, an Shtf scenario of any kind and operating in a non-permissive environment, maybe you're worried about bears, maybe you're worried about coyotes, maybe you're worried about two-legged critters walking around. Coming up here, I did happen to see evidence that some folks had been up here because they left some trash, and so I'm thinking now about what's the most likely avenue of approach to where I'm at. It's not overly challenging to get to, but where I found this trash and debris was down to in front of me, so off to your right, about 150 meters. And as it turns out, with the way that this property is set up, this is actually the most likely avenue of approach for somebody to come up. So I need to do something that will enable me to have some peace of mind if I'm thinking about these two-legged creatures, and as well as the four-legged. There's a lot of bear stuff out there, and cougars, and they got all kinds of tales about what runs through these forests. What's the craziest thing that you've encountered while out in the bush? Leave a comment down below about that. So what we have is my perimeter defense kit, and I keep this in this container. If you know what Whiskey Papa means, leave a comment down below as well. But in this thing, I have a pretty cool security kit. So we'll get this thing set up and talk about this some more. Come on. So we're gonna run down about, I don't know, just a little ways here. I can see evidence of some kind of trails coming through here. Of course, some of that's me, but even that is something that folks can pick up. So I think this looks like a good spot. And that trash and debris out over yonder. So we're going to use this tree and this big tree right there to get this perimeter security kit set up. So in this thing right now, I got some trip line, and I already have my mechanism attached in there. Got one shotgun blank. Got the team. If you want to check these things out, look down in the description. You'll find a link over to their website device itself. And I have some other tripwire here and some extra pins and extra device here, and I have some nails, and so we're going to need these guys here. So you want to take a rock or something, and we're going to pound this in. I want it fairly low, so I'll probably put it in right here. So now we come out to the other tree, and we're going to get this thing secured. I couldn't have planned this any better. Got a reverse marlin spike hitch here. I'm just going to tie put a little tension on it. Don't leave your trash out. Now we need to double check the mechanism, make sure everything's going to work. You can see you got to get super close to this thing. And it is extremely hard to see. It's a good thing about using Kevlar cordage. Doesn't glisten. And if you use metal tripwire, which is fine, I would just submit to you to take some mud and coat it down. That way it loses its reflective nature. I mean, it's right here and I can't find it. It's a little easier to do if you got somebody helping you. They can be checking on these things. So you definitely always want to get it set, get it tested before you arm it. And all you have to do to arm it with the 12 gauge shotgun blank is set it in place. Now she's good to go. You're worried about people still seeing it again. The avenue of approach is coming this way, right? So the avenue of approach is this way. This is the area that I'm concerned about something or somebody walking through. So the likelihood of seeing the trip line, they're not going to see it all, but the likelihood of them seeing any of this is negligible. And so what we can do even still is go ahead and cover up the whiteness on the shotgun shell. Let's go see when and where we can see this thing. I'm going to add in some more because I think that'll make the boom better. Come through, and only now can I kind of see where it is, but if I didn't know what I was looking for, I wouldn't be able to identify it. Let's get some more coverage on this thing. Yeah, I did get a little bit better. Not too bad. Not too bad. And with that kind of noise, now you have time to respond. They got, I mean, beyond just shotgun blanks, they have adapters for primers and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just gonna submit to you to go check out Fifth Ops, their website. Really good dudes that run the company, and outstanding customer support. If you've ever used anything like this and you've had success or failures, leave some comments down below. That way we can continue to keep this conversation rolling as we all seek to master our craft and develop our tactical virtue. I appreciate you guys. As always, until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked. Team, if you want to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay up to date with future content. Consider becoming a channel member. It's going to give you exclusive access to content not available to anybody else. I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.
We know you're out there! Come to my voice!